The truth of anything valuable can never be known in the head. It can never be known perceptually. Now, that may lead to a misunderstanding sometimes, that the sage is pointing to like a withdrawal of attention from perception. But that's not what the masters are saying. What's really being said is that even if you openly perceive what we call pure perception, what happens? Are you meeting just the world? In pure perception, are you meeting just the world? Are you meeting just perception? Please contemplate this question. It may seem very simple, but can unlock our life. Unlock our life. As you're just in pure perception, what do you notice? You naturally notice the world's play, the beautiful perception of the world with no opposition. You notice them. You see? Your being is completely palpable. It's completely apparent. You see? And that you are aware even of this being is fully clear. It's fully clear. This is what I mean by open and empty. This is what I mean by open. And the only doorway to hell, the only doorway to hell now, because this is heaven, okay? There is no other heaven. This is heaven. The only doorway to hell now is to take the rumblings of this mind and to give them value. That process that we call belief. Not even, you don't have to discard your attention from them. If you can do it, fine, do it. If you don't give them attention, then nothing to believe or not believe anyway. So that's fine. But most of us can't. So let attention be on them unless you take them to be true. And you can do this. You can do this. And thank you, Dale, for pointing that out to everyone. Don't get into this sort of meekishness and sheepishness and oh, it's too much, it's too big, I can't do it. You then are not representing God. You're not representing God. God can never be hostage to a single measly thought. Never. There's not a thought as pristinely designed as it may be that can grab the throat of God and say, you have to believe. So already the thought has grabbed you then saying that you are not, you are something limited. You see, and you can then operate from that limited perspective saying these thoughts are too big. No, must hand it over. And you know the thoughts which will seem attractive to you? The thoughts which will seem attractive to you are those that you value more than yourself. You may think that you value them for yourself. It is a lie. It is not for your true self. The thought of the delusion that you value more than the self are the thoughts which are attractive. So investigate the nature of those thoughts and find out who wants that or who doesn't want that. Either desire or aversion. Whose is that? So, unless you, and you can experiment with this, just be open and empty right now. Just be empty right now. The world is clear without any understanding of it. It's apparent. It's apparent. No world knowledge is missing there. Yeah, action can happen. Drinking of water can happen. You don't have to get into any yogi baba pose to be open and empty. Just very natural. Everything is fine. Your being is apparent on you. See if it is apparent independent of even your attention. So sometimes what may happen is that when you say keep your attention on the sense of being, what are you actually doing? You cannot bring your attention to the unlimited. Your being is unlimited. What are you actually doing? You're looking at, you're coming to the core of this life, the essence of this primordial vibration, and trying to bring your attention to rest over there, which is beautiful in itself. But if you say that my attention is resting on the entirety of my being, that is not possible. Because your attention is limited. So you and everything is your being, and this is apparent. So it doesn't matter whether attention is outward, attention is so-called inward. You see, attention is actually only outward. There is no inward as far as attention is concerned. To go further inward now, you reach a dead stop with your attention. You cannot do it. You see, it's a roadblock. You see? How do you go further inward? How do you see that your being is unlimited? With which hands? You know this. You know your being doesn't have a boundary. How do you know? Any question which a sage has asked you, you can only answer intuitively. How do you know? I don't know with my attention, because how will I check on the unlimited nature of my being with my attention? Just stop there. Where will you send it to check? You can't check. No? You see? So does your being have a limit? You with me, my dear? Yeah. So does your being have a limit? Where do you know that? Where do you know that? That is your heart. That is intuition. Was your being born? Were you born? Can this die? All these questions can only be answered from that. And the answer is instant. It's instant. Not even instant. It's before the instant.
This is happening from when we were small.
Yes.
Intuition was always there.
Always there.
But we didn't know how to interpret.
Yes.
And
Yes.
people taught us wrong.
Yes, you were conditioned by society and parents to value, to value conceptual knowledge. So that is the way of the world. Not that they are to be blamed, but there's a beauty in, first playing the game of delusion and then stepping out of it. So consciousness is playing this beautiful game in that way. Yes, yes, it's always been here. So many times, even worldly, like people who are not in satsang, you call them, they'll say, I knew you were going to call. Although the conversation may be happening after 2 years, but suddenly, just before the phone rings, somebody says, I just felt like you were going to call today. What is that? So we neglect this, because there is no mental way to make progress with that. Mostly people are in denial of this. We put it into some categories of deja vu or some, something astrological or something, and we put it into those categories to coincidence. We put it into these nonsensical words, and we hide away from that. Because actually, you know what? In the human condition, we are scared of this. We feel like we will lose our sanity. To come to that which is without boundary, to come to that recognition that I am that which is not perceivable, to the mind is very scary. It may look like death. So, it is the death of the false. But we feel like, but then I'm over, finished, game over. So most of us, although this knowledge is hitting us in the face every day, we are running with all our might away from this. We're running with all our might away from this dissolution of the false. Because to the mind it's scary. It's contra to everything that the mind thinks about the world. In opposition to all our notions about time and space. Who wants to live like that? They have no notions about time and space. Really live like that? Sure? Already started, so cheers started. It all sounds very good on paper. But I'm telling you, it's really good. That's why the presence of a living guru is so helpful, because he can reassure you and say, it's going to be fine. You're not losing anything of value. Because it is to give up on an old way of life. It really is. So when you call someone your guru, when you call someone your guru, and no guru has ever forced anyone to call them guru. But if you call someone your guru, really what you're saying is take my life. Until you're not willing to give up on that conceptual narrative you have about your life, and I'm kind of mellowing it down to not scare everyone, till you're not willing to do that, you see, then it's not truly a guru-disciple relationship. Then it is just, oh, I call you guru so that you can serve me and make my life more blissful or free of anxiety or something. That's not it. And is this a gift that you can give to the master? It's not a gift to the master. The master there's no use for so many lives. The master has given up on their life. What is it going to do with all these narratives and stories? Nothing. It's a gift that you're giving to yourself. To give up on the false, no matter how glorious or exciting or even painful, sometimes we are attached to our painful stories because we love a comfortable hell. I'll give up on all the good stuff, but this really happened to me. And this really happened to me. This one did this to me. I cannot forget that. See, I may forgive, but I can't forget. So many glorious things our friends say. Sometimes I just have to. Not all my friends are in Satsang with me, so I just have to listen sometimes. So you hear these kind of reports, this kind of thing. But what is that? It's our own prison. It's our own prison, mind-created prison. So let go of all these narratives. They are your chains. They are stopping you from flying. Now, suppose in reality you're a sparrow, but you think you're a turkey. Okay? So, and then you say, yes, I want to fly, but I want to fly like a turkey. So, till you give up on your turkeyness, you cannot fly like a sparrow. That's all that I'm saying. So, it's the same way. You will not lose anything of value. When I say that, this is what I mean. You may think this is very valuable for my turkey life. I'm not talking about the country, by the way, Salah and Jada. The bird is very valuable for me as a turkey. But actually, I'm not a turkey. How many turkey stories are valuable to a sparrow? Zero. Okay. You're not that. You're not what you think you are. But you know what you are in your heart.